is my last journey.
Well, so I mean, we think you're going to be 80?
Could be. I'm thinking hopefully I got another just about 20 years.
That'll be good.
Okay, so this will start off first. He cut up the meat, the guy was...
Do you have a living will thing?
I haven't done it. They've asked me 100 times, and I want to do it, and I keep trying to talk to my brothers because they want to do it too. So we were all going to get together.
Well, I mean, I got it when I went to the hospital. They made you sign this thing.
They make you sign it anyway. Yeah, I've done that. And they can try to bring me back to life to a certain extent. I don't want to be in any kind of coma. I have this cool, I could live, but hardly can live without. It's a mandolin.
Mm-hmm.
And it has different settings, blades you can put in, and you just, like this, you do your carrots.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so cool.
What does that do?
I mean, slices and dices up the original. Really fast.
Slice what up?
Got it at the Pal Fair.
Oh, we're talking about vegetables, or we're talking about living will?
Mandolin. We switched subjects real fast there. I thought it was time. Quit talking about it.
We're not talking about dying. We're just talking about, we're all going to go do the end of life thing, and I'm just wondering what your.
It just happened to change.
Oh.
I know. I didn't plan that.
Oh, well, I'm not into, having me plugged into all kinds of shit and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully your daughter will help on.
Yeah, but you know what the problem is? If you don't say so ahead of time, then all this.
Write it down.
Yeah.
Or just say it out loud to her.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not. Don't pull a plug on me if there's any chance of anything happening.
Sure.
But let's not get stupid about this.
Yeah.
It's not like the thing that I really feel strongly about this. Life really isn't about the end of life. It's about the life you lived.
Yeah. There you go.
That end of it.
That's when people start reflecting. And
people always talk about, what happened at the end? Fuck what happened at the end. That's only a small part of it.
Yeah.
Totally small part of it.
Yeah. That's why it's reflection. People go through.
Yeah, but I hate it when, when people are saying, what happened? What happened to them or him or her at the end there? Fuck what the hell happened at the end of it. What about the life?
Yeah. Well, that's what you got to think of all the time. What am I leaving behind? I hope to leave some kind of mark. You know what I mean? That you did something. So I've always tried to work in service. It's a natural to me anyway.
Yeah.
If it's mothering guys or whatever, but I've done a lot of caregiving and help people pass over and do whatever I can.
Yeah. My grandma was doing that too,
It's an honor to be there to help somebody.
I'm sure it is.
Be there present when they're dying.
I'm sure it is.
It really is an honor.
Yeah.
My last little lady, this Italian couple, they were filling in. So amazing. They were married 75 years.
No way.
And they had the main produce stand and starts at the grocery store and all that. And he had they're Italian now, 7 acres just full, and it's beautiful produce stand. And I saw Joe's garden stuff before I knew him and all this stuff at the grocery store when you're buying your tomato starts and all that. And somebody called me one day. I was on this list for senior care, and this gal called me about they needed somebody extra. She couldn't do it all. And I thought it was Joe's garden. It's Joe and Ann. So she didn't take me right out. She was stubborn the whole thing, but she ended up becoming like my adopted grandma. It was the most wonderful experience, but when it came time, he died. That was horrible to have to go in the bedroom and tell her he died. But men seem to be able to let go and pass faster than women. For some reason, women hold on.
Really?
Yeah. And so Joe went a lot faster, but he was right at the hospice stage, having to put on diapers. It was just exactly like he said, fuck this, I'm not going through this. And he didn't want anyone touching him, like taking showers and all that. And he had his hospital bed out in the living room. And we had 24-hour care, but I was one of the main caregivers.
Right.
And, but the gal that stayed over that night, she called me at about 6 and said, Soozy, Joe's gone. I was like, all this stuff. She goes, but I don't know what to do. I just can't say anything, man. I raced over there. Took a while, but those are words that are sure not easy to say. And she went, my Joe? You know, it's like, oh. Had to go out there, kiss him and everything. Those two are so cute. They had big chairs in the living room and their TV. And after lunch, they'd have their nap time, and everybody was supposed to stay away from 1 to 3. And after he passed, she'd go over there before she'd sit down and kiss his chair and talk to him. Those two, they were both about like this tall. He always wore a red vest, and they would take him to the doctor, and everywhere they go, they'd hold hands. Just this little tiny couple. They were so damn cute. And everybody knew him, you know. And he was 96, she was 94, and when he started, he had just a spot on his lung from many years ago of smoking. Not even up to reason, it was a long time ago that got him. So he started failing from that, coughing, and all this stuff. And, but he gave up. I actually rode in a car with him when he was 96. He was still that, they were so agile and clear-minded.
Wow.
And he could talk just like us. He talked like a young couple. They knew about everything.
Wow.
Real simple life, though. They only ate fresh vegetables and fruits and egg, turkey or chicken mainly, and once in a while some pork or some meat. And everything else came from their gardens. And that produce stand, there would be 7 types of lettuce, and we could go over with our basket and pick out whatever we wanted.
Right.
7 types of lettuce alone that you've never heard of, but just big, you know, nothing was more than $1. Just beautiful. All these veggies, and then they get the fruit from Yakima in the summer. God damn, that stuff was good. And so I learned how to cook certain ways for them. And Joe, you know, he was only used to Ann cooking, so he wanted things exactly a certain way. I mean, he's that old. He wants it cooked. And they sit out in this little porch where they sold the farm to this couple that worked for him since they were young, that built this big fancy house up there. And but they could still get all the produce they wanted, and they kept a certain amount of the garden and stuff. But there was these 2 chairs. That's how when you entered the house, they were there, and it was this window, and they could watch people come in and out and buying produce and everything. Mm-hmm. He was famous, you know. And she helped make him, but the women never get the acknowledgement. Anyway, so, for instance, it was so cute. Lunch was at noon. So I had all the stuff ready. And I said, Joe, lunch is ready. 1 minute till. I'll be out there in 1 minute. I had to get that. God. It's so funny. I mean, and then he told one of the helpers, the guys that do the garden stuff that she knows how to cook things right and everything.
How long, speaking of cooking, how long is it going to be before we're ready to eat?
Well, fuck, you're watching me.
I'm watching you. I'm watching.
Yeah, as soon as it's all chopped up, then it's getting fried up. And
Yeah. I am watching you.
however much time.
I'm watching you.